This video describes how to install the new 5-gallon Pure Taste liner. But before we get into the process, I just want to point out some important features about the liner and the valve handle assembly. First thing you'll note is that there's a silicon O-ring that's on the Sankey D valve. That O-ring seals against the internal diameter of the liner fitment and provides a seal. It's exactly the same sealing mechanism as used in a standard stainless steel keg. Second thing to note is that in the collar you'll see there's a slot. That slot engages with a bayonet thread that's on the outside of the fitment. To install the liner, first remove the protective cap from the fitment. Insert the beer spear into the opening of the fitment. Draw the fitment up towards the bayonet slot that I referred to earlier. And we recommend that you hold the fitment with your fingers on the flange itself, and then rotate the handle with your thumbs to find the slot. So I found the slot there. Next thing that you do is you pull the fitment up over the O-ring to create the seal. To secure the fitment, hold the fitment on the flange with your fingers and then just rotate the handle to lock it in place. Try not to hold the valve across the valve cage, as there might be a chance that you would damage the liner. Once you've installed the fitment, check that there's an even gap between the fitment flange and the base of the collar, and that's just to ensure that you haven't cross-threaded the bayonet thread on installation. After you've attached the fitment to the handle assembly, the next important thing that is required is that we want you to push the spear down to the bottom of the liner, right down to the weld. And then once you've done that, just simply hold the liner in your left hand. The reason why we ask you to do this is that when you install the liner assembly into the keg, we just want to avoid the situation where you're creating a fold at the base of the keg, as I'm showing here, because it just makes it more difficult for the liner to open up. So just push the spear down to the base of the liner, hold the liner in your left hand as I'm showing here, and then just gather up the top material of the liner with your other hand, just so that you clear out the liner from the opening of the keg when you install it. And now that your liner is ready for installation. With the liner held as I'm showing here, just simply insert it into the keg. Make sure that there's no material here that can accidentally be nipped with the handle as you lock it in place. Once it's installed, then rotate the handle round until you hear the snap lock, and where the tab of the handle is actually opposite the lock indicator on the keg. Now your keg's ready for the next process, which is purging.